Hey, vacationers. Once again, it's Eddie from Exploreria. Welcome back to episode 6 of the Flambé. This week on our cruise and theme park news show, we'll be talking about Disney's new private destination, a big step in the right direction for the Disneyland expansion, and a cruise line is postponing stops at its own private port of call. All that and more today on Exploreria. As always, we're starting off with cruise news. If you booked a Royal Caribbean cruise and Labadee was one of your ports of call, keep an eye out for a communication from the company. The cruise line has started messaging guests to let them know that the port of call at their private destination has been canceled. Due to unrest in the country, following a coordinated prison break where 4,000 prisoners escaped from 2 different prisons, the company has decided, out of an abundance of caution, that they would cancel visits for the entire fleet. They have suspended visits to the destination until March 21st and will continue canceling the port of call on a rolling basis as needed, giving guests 3 days advance notice before their sailings. Refunds for any shore excursions purchased will be given to guests as onboard credit, and whatever remains on the account after debarkation will be refunded. Losing access to this amazing private destination is a real bummer. And now, on today's episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Royal Caribbean Pinnacle Club members have a new perk. Pinnacle guests, those are guests who have reached over 700 plus cruise points with the line, were just informed of a new benefit that their status allows. As of March 15th, Pinnacle Club members can now bring a guest with them into the concierge or suite lounge, suite sun decks, and coastal kitchen. What fabulous lives these elite members of society live. If you don't already know, Disney Cruise Line is hard at work creating a second private island destination for its guests and has shared some new images. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point is scheduled to open in June of this year, with the Disney Fantasy being the first of the line's ships to visit, actually making 2 stops at the private destination on its first 7-night sailing there. And next up, this week's theme park news. Ever tried to search for an open dining reservation for your upcoming Disney World trip and got super frustrated by the search tool? Well, Disney has eased that headache. You now have the ability to check restaurant availability for multiple days at a time. Guests can now choose 1 to 10 days on the calendar and see all the available reservations for each day. I'm really glad they finally did this. The old search tool was so irritating. If you're a Florida resident and not an annual pass holder, Disney has just announced special 3 and 4 day ticket rates for you. 4-day tickets will run you $235 and 3-day are $219. The tickets are valid from April 2nd to September 28th of this year with an advanced park reservation. Disney summer breaks are the best. H20 Glow Nights are returning to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon this summer. The after-hours event will take place on select nights from May 25th to August 31st from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., with ticket holders being able to enter the park at 6 p.m. Tickets go on sale March 22nd and range from $75 to $85 for regular admission and $60 to $70 for pass holders and DVC members. Disney just took a big step in their Disneyland Forward project. In a vote of 5-1, the Anaheim Planning Commission recently passed a motion to approve the project and pass it along to the City Council for approval. Disneyland Forward has been in the works for Disney for around 3 years. The project commits Disney to spending $1.9 billion going to park expansion and projects, $30 million into affordable housing for the local community, and $8 million to public parks. The City Council is scheduled to meet on April 16th. All I know is these new developments better come heavy with the Star Wars and Marvel attractions. And that wraps up this week's episode. As always, please give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great week and see you next time.